Good afternoon. This beautiful hot summer day. So let's slowly start. As always, we start from sitting and doing some pranayama. So if you have blocks or a little cushion or none of dictionaries and using strap, keep your strap handy and a blanket. And either sitting in the hero pose with a block underneath your buttocks or cross-legged, whichever is more comfortable. And we'll just take a few moments simply dropping in, connecting to this very present moment using that breath. Breath is so magical, as you know by now. So let's just settle in first. Just really feel that, foundation. You're sitting in the hero pose, your shins, otherwise your buttocks and your thighs, like a root of the beautiful, tall, strong tree that you are. Palms either on your knees, or you land your right palm in your left, like little balls, thumbs, creating a little circle, touching. Close your eyes very lightly. Let your teeth and your lips part very slightly. Now feel the energy running right through the spine and into your crown, pulling your crown right up into the sky, so you feel yourself growing very tall. And then you let your body soften off that vertical line of energy without collapsing, just softening. And very gently bring your awareness to your breath. That a subtle tactile sensation of the breath right around the edges of your nostrils. So we're not controlling our breath, just letting it breathe itself. Whenever you notice your mind is wandering off, which happens all the time with all of us, don't baffle your thoughts. Don't push them away. Just come back to your breath. Breath after breath. We keep on returning. The feeling here is that we're becoming one with our breath. No buffers, nothing in between. Breath after breath. We keep on returning. Breath after breath. Sitting, breathing, practicing stillness so we can carry the seed of that stillness into our practice, into the rest of our day. With the eyes still closed, bringing your palms at your heart prayer pose. If you wish to join me for one gentle round of Om, inhaling together. Letting the eyes open soft. We'll go into Kapalabhati Pranayama. And of course, a mere 4 or 5 minutes we do the breath concentration will not necessarily take us into that deep state of stillness. So if you have time throughout the day or at the end of the day or in the morning, I would highly recommend sitting for maybe 15-20 minutes and see what happens then. Okay, so remember Kapalabhati through our nostrils. the emphasis on the exhalation. So when you exhale, belly moves towards the spine. Inhalation happens all by itself. If the pacing I give you is too fast or too slow, just follow your own rhythm. Okay? It doesn't have to be strong, could be very light, like a wing of a butterfly. And hopefully you didn't eat before the class. If you did, go very easy with any belly work today. Okay? Otherwise, try to go a tad deeper. So inhaling lightly. Breath return to normal, and let's from here we'll slowly come up. We'll start with sound salutations. We'll go into that flow right from the go, and we'll use the flow to open the hamstrings and play with the hips as well. So from here, if you're sitting on the block, let's get it up, and actually the head blocks, just put them on the floor, front corners of your mat, and from here, let's come up onto our knees and palms first. So we'll just do maybe a couple of openings here first, just a simple cat and dog. So exhaling around your back like a stretching cat, chin into your chest, feel that opening to your thoracic spine. Inhaling, chest down, head, sacrum lift up. Cow or dog, it's called, is reverse. Now one more time, exhaling cat. So this time, walk your knees away from your hands, couple of inches, curl your toes underneath and press your heels down. Open your shoulders away from your ears. Bend your left knee, press your right heel deeper down. Pause. Inhaling, bend your right knee, press your left heel deeper down. Pause. Open your shoulders. So from here, let's walk forward towards our hands, keeping your legs straight for as long as you can. At the moment when you need to soften your knees, of course, soften them. It's fine. We're just beginning our practice. Dangle in front of your legs for a moment. Grab your elbows, let go of your head. Now let go of your arms, bend your knees, let's roll up to standing. Head is the last one to come up. Surya Namaskar variations, palms at your heart. So remember the breath connection, it's always there. Inhale, arms up, reaching up. Looking up, first round, thread your fingers, index fingers up and into a gentle back bend as you plan the energy down through your feet, your legs, your upper body lifts over through your heart. Now exhaling, arms to the sides, folding over like swan diving. Inhaling halfway up, long spine, exhaling, step with your right foot behind. So knee on the floor, front knee straight angle. Remember we are hugging the central line with our knees that will activate your inner thighs. Inhaling, arms up, crescent. Shoulders relax. So this is gentle back bend as well. Exhaling, land your palms and step into the downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, shoulders roll away. So remember the vibration here, like from the outside seems that this asana is very solid, nothing moves here, but we know by now when we engage our breath, it's like a dance. As you inhale, the energy moves down through your legs and into your heels and then through your arms into your hands. So in the inhalations, there's a sense that you could tear your mat apart. When you exhale, you let go of that. So your palms are snuggling the floor. It feels like we are clawing, but don't lift your knuckles. Always roll the shoulders away. Feel your breath, listen to your breath. Inhaling, high plank. So now we'll go into chaturangas. Remember, if chaturanga is too much, land your knees on the floor. Now slowly. Chaturanga Dandasana, optional, right leg lift. Make sure your elbows and your shoulders same line. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, you're going into chaturangas with your legs. You're moving down into full stuff pose again. Left leg up, straight up. Adho Mukha, down dog. Inhaling, right leg straight up. Exhaling, swing it forward. Foot down, back knee on the floor. Knees hugging the middle line. Inhaling, arms up, crescent. Exhaling, hands down. Inhaling, left foot forward. Come halfway up. Exhaling, folding, emptying. Inhaling, arms up. And into your beautiful heart. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling, folding, swan diving. Inhaling halfway, exhaling left foot behind, knees hugging the middle line. Inhaling, arms up. Crescent, exhaling, hands land, Adho Mukha Svansen, down dog. Inhaling, tearing your mat apart. Exhaling, letting go. So now, for those of you who have familiarity of Ujjayi pranayama, you can slowly, gently engage it. And if you don't, just simply breathe. Always stay connected to your breath. So now inhaling high plank, exhaling chaturanga, right leg up, optional, inhaling Urdhva Mukha or cobra. So really engage that back bend, chaturanga, left leg up, straight up, down dog. Inhaling left leg up, exhaling, swing it, foot down, back knee on the floor, knees hugging the middle line, inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands down, inhaling, right foot forward, come halfway up. Exhaling, folding, inhaling, arms up and into your beautiful heart. Again, inhaling up. Exhaling, folding, swan diving. Inhaling halfway, exhaling, right foot behind. So now we'll pause for a breath. Into the dragon, bring your forearms down to the inside of your left foot. If you can land it on the floor, remember dictionaries or block. Pause for a moment, let go of your head. If there's space to go deeper, curl the toes of your right foot, lift your right knee off the floor so your back leg will be really energizing here. And there's one more thing as you inhale. Feel that on the inhalations, the left shin moves forward. It doesn't really move, it's more of that energy of expansion. At the same time, your back heel moves away. When you exhale, you press your hips down without bending your back knee. So from here, we'll come on up into Parshvakonasana variation. So left hand on the inside of your left foot, knee touching upper arm. In this variation, let's keep your heel up, open your right arm up. But again, remember, even though I ask you to open your arm, it's your belly and your heart opening up, revolving towards the sky like sunflowers. Now exhaling, let's change. Land your hand down on the inside of your left foot, belly towards your left thigh, left arm up. Again, it's belly and ribs revolving. And exhaling, let's land your back knee down for a moment. Let's come on up, hands on top of your left thigh. We'll go into Virabhadrasana 1, lift your back knee. And then soften it down a couple of inches to start with. Open your arms up, relax your shoulders. Now straighten your back leg fully without lifting your pelvis up. And into the downward facing dog, vinyasa. Inhaling high plank, exhaling chaturanga, right leg up. Inhaling up. Dog, chaturanga, left leg up, optional, straight up. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg straight up. So this time open your hip to your right, bend your upper leg, let go of your head. Try to touch your left shoulder with your right heel. But check your left foot, your back foot and your back knee. Don't let them twist. Exhaling, swing it forward, foot down. Back knee on the floor. So this time let's get the forearms on the inside of the right foot floor. A block. Always make sure that your forearms are evenly engaged. Let go of your head. Lift your back knee off the floor. Engage your back leg. So inhaling, front shin moves forward energetically. Back heel moves away. When you exhale, you press your hips down without bending your back knee. Now let's come on up. Hand on the inside of your front foot, knee touching up around, back heel stays up in this variation. Belly hard opening up, left arm extending. So seeking the flowers with our hearts up in the sky. Sunflowers seeking the sun. Now exhaling, let's change. Left hand on the inside of your front foot, so deep twist into my thigh in here. My right arm up. But it's again ribs, belly, heart. Stay with your breath. Now, Release, land your back knee for a moment. Come on up. Hands on top of your front thigh. Lifting your back knee. Now soften it down first, 2-3 inches. Open the arms up. Vira 1, straighten your back leg fully without lifting your pelvis up. And into Adho Mukha. Down dog. Vinyasa, inhaling high plank, exhaling chaturanga. Left leg up, optional. Inhaling up dog. Chaturanga, right leg lift, optional. Straight up. Downward facing dog. Staying with your breath. Inhaling, left leg up. Open your hip to your left. Bend your upper leg. Try to touch your right shoulder with your left heel. Check your right foot, your right knee. Let go of your head. So now exhaling, land your left foot next to your right. Bring your feet closer together. High plank, shoulders above the wrists. We'll go into Vasishthasana, side plank. So let's roll onto the left, outer edge of your left foot. So remember, right, don't let your pelvis sink. If this is too intense for your wrists, land your upper foot in front of your mat, or you can land your bottom knee on the floor. Okay? Always make sure, okay, and if your wrists are not happy, of course bring your forearm down instead. And let's lift that energy through the belly. Arm up. And then play with the variations, lifting the upper leg. Or doing the tree variation. See what calls you by your first name today. Feel your breath. And into the downward facing dog. Into high plank. And then outer edge with your right foot. Whatever variation, lift them up. And then lifting your legs if you feel invited to go that way. And release into the downward facing dog. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, lift your head like you're stepping or hopping forward. Inhaling halfway, exhaling, fold. Inhaling, coming up into your heart. Now for a moment, let go of your arms, close your eyes. Tadasana, the mountain pose. So if there's a mountain that you came across in your journeys, breathe that mountain in. Tapping into the stillness. And let the eyes open and let's step to the center of our mat. So whenever I'm facing towards you, I'll be like a mirror. My left will be your right. I'll remind you about it. So let's step with our feet, our legs wide apart. So, remember, it may not happen today, but if you practice regularly, eventually when we get into wide stance, generally speaking, if you open your arms, your wrists will be above the ankles. If they're not there today, don't panic. So we'll go into Trikonasana first. Turn your right foot out, left foot in, triangle. Front heel lines up with the arch of your back foot. Open your arms up. Shoulder height, palms down, and then turn palms towards me. So your left leg, your back leg is the anchor of the stance, hinging over your right. Circle the arms, hand either along your leg or block or floor on the outside of your right foot, left arm up. If your neck is happy, look up, otherwise you look down. Feel your feet and your legs of the nature of the anchor, anchoring, rooting you, and then from that your upper body opens up with lightness. Like a sail, a beautiful big sail on a big boat. Into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon floating. So bend your right knee a little to start with. Left foot comes closer. Bring your right hand in front of your foot, floor block. Now lift your left, straighten your right, open your left arm up. Don't drop your upper leg. So, of course, remember you have that invitation, if you hear it, to let go of your front hand. You'll discover it's not the source of the balance. And then you either bring your palms at your heart, prayer pose, or you stay with your hand down and you get hold of your upper foot, moving that heel away from your back. It's kind of like a half standing bow variation. So now, as you exhale, you will land your back foot down, which is your left foot, and you'll square your hips along the mat, facing towards the front. Your feet are about hip width apart. It is not as long a stance as a triangle, but it's beautifully energized. Come halfway up. We'll go into revolving triangle, Parsavita Trikonasana first. So land your right palm down at your sacrum. Lift your left arm up. Take your left hand to the outside of your right foot as you lengthen, revolve towards your front thigh. And then if there's space to do so, open your right arm up. Good, now release. And let's step into the downward dog. We'll go into vinyasa. Inhaling high plank, exhaling chaturanga, right leg up, inhaling Urdhva Mukha Svansu. Chaturanga, left leg up, straight up, Adho Mukha. Good, come up on your toes, bend your knees, lift your head like hopping or stepping halfway, exhaling, fold. Inhaling, arms up, palms at your beautiful heart, step along your mat. Again, wide stance, feet parallel to start with, inhaling, arms up. Palms towards me, left foot out, right foot in. So now, front heel lines up with the arch of your back foot, hinging over your left. Circle the arms, hand along or floor, or block, right arm up. If your neck is up, you look up. Otherwise, you look down again. Feet and legs rooting us in here. And only then you let your upper body be very light, like a sail, beautiful big sail on a big boat. And you're breathing in heaven and earth, into your belly and into your heart. So now, into Ardha Chandrasana, bending your front knee at Tad. And now bring your right foot closer. Lift your upper leg, straighten your front leg, and open your right arm up. Make sure your front foot is forward, don't let it twist. And then if you feel that invitation, begin playing with your balance, see what happens. Remember your breath. Either variation that you feel invited to explore. And let's land your right foot down, square your hips towards this corner of the mat. Don't cross your feet, the other hip width apart, come halfway up. Looking up, we'll go into Parsavya Trikonasana on this side, revolving triangle. Left thumb at your sacrum, right arm up. Take your right hand to the outside of your left foot as you lengthen, revolve into your left thigh. And then open your left arm up. Good, now release. Down dog vinyasa on this side, inhaling high plank, exhaling chaturanga, right leg up optional. Inhaling up dog, chaturanga, left leg optional, straight up. Down dog, come up on your toes, bend your knees, lift your head lightly, stepping, hopping. Inhaling halfway, exhaling, folding, inhaling, arms up. Palms at your beautiful heart, step to the middle of the mat. Let go of your arms for a moment, close your eyes, Tadasana. Breathe in the mountain. Let the eyes open. So let's go into Virabhadrasana 2 and into Viparita Virabhadrasana, dancing warrior, warrioress, so wide stance. Turn your right foot out, left foot in. Again, heel into the arch. So remember, in particular, warrior energy is so relevant for me to connect with our life. So always taking a moment, open your arms up as you look over your right hand. If there's anything you want to stand up to, anything at all, in yourself, in your life, both, see it right in front. Inhaling, bend your right knee, keep your back leg strong and straight, firmly above the ankle. Don't let your ankles roll in. And then don't think anymore about the alignment. Connect to the essence of it. Feel your strength, your power, your grace, your radiance. Shining and touching the world around you so that wherever you go, whatever place, whatever people you immediately think of, this energy actually goes there. Because our heart, the power of our heart is limitless. So now, into Viparita, as you inhale, open your right palm up, take the sky, and front knee stays bent, exhaling, lift it up and over. Sliding your back hand, back leg strong, along the back leg towards the ankle, or wrap your arm around your waist for as long as you land your hand on the front thigh, on the inside of the front thigh. Feel that beautiful inner dance, inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, release, feet parallel, palms at your beautiful heart. Check in, notice. Are you still here? No judgments, just awareness. Inhaling, arms up. Left foot out, right foot in. As you look over your left hand, if anything calls, see it right there. Inhaling, bend your left knee, keep your back leg strong and straight. So wherever in your life, wherever in yourself you feel you want or need this energy, see it going there, receive it. So important for us to know how to receive. Inhaling, open your left palm up, take the sky in front, knee stays bent, exhaling, lift it up and over. Viparita Virabhadrasana. So back can either slides along the leg, or you wrap your arm around your thigh, around the waist, for as long as your hand lands on the inside of your front thigh. Inhaling, come on up, exhaling, release. Feet parallel, palms at your beautiful heart, check in. Never judging. If your mind is gone, just pull it back. Let the eyes open. Inhaling, arms in front, exhaling right around. Behind your back, thread your fingers, draw your shoulders together, lift your beautiful heart up. Exhaling, come down. Chest through the thighs, arms over your back and forward. Very energized legs and feet. Let go of your arms, stay down. Land your palms down, floor blocks. Come halfway. Let's walk over to the left leg. Get hold of whatever part of your leg or foot you can and draw as you exhale your chest down towards your left shin bone. Let go, walk through the center. Come halfway. Get hold of your right leg, exhaling, come down with your chest towards your right. Let go of that, come to the center. So bring your hands up at your hips, elbows towards the spine, bend your knees a tad, roll up to standing. And let's step to the center into Tadasana. Close your eyes. Again, familiarity, right? So it takes a breath when we are familiar to find the stillness. Let the eyes open. So we'll go into Virabhadrasana 1, into Virabhadrasana 3. So remember, you still need the support of the wall or chair. Make sure close enough to the wall, so when we go into the balance, you'll have that access, front edge of your mat, hands at the hips. So I'm not mirroring you right now, so step with your right foot behind, left foot in front, walk your left foot forward, so it's going to be a longer stance. Bend your left knee, so the longer stance will open the bottom of the calf a bit more. Don't let your ankles roll in. Thread your fingers, index fingers up. Vishnu Mudra, open your arms up, shoulders relax. Looking straight ahead or slightly up. So again, warrior energy, warrior rest. Feel that. So we create a vessel with our body, and this very beautiful, powerful energy is arising from within. So you're the embodiment of that, of power and grace. It's not outside of us. It's not outside of you. You're the embodiment of that. So now we're going to the balance. So if you're using the wall, you're close enough, you reach forward, you lift your back foot, you get hold of that wall with the tips of your fingers. Make sure you're not too close, it's not crowding you. And then lift your upper leg, belly, heart face the floor, never turning sideways. If you're not using the wall, we'll just do the same thing with the free stance. And then you can either bring your arms along to the sides, or in front of your body. You bring it in front, I would say thread your fingers and point the index fingers forward as well. Back foot is flexed. Feel your breath, listen to your precious breath. And let's land back down into Virabhadrasana 1 for a breath or two. And we'll go into Parsvottanasana, the pyramid, inhaling straight in your front leg, exhaling arms around behind. So either reverse prayer pose, grab your elbows, or extend your arms, depends where your joints happen to be today. So draw your shoulders together, exhaling, coming down, straight legs, chest wanting to land in your front, shin bone. If your arms are straight, they will lift over your back and forward. If they're in reverse prayer, you're grabbing your elbows, keep them at your back, close to your back. Inhaling, let's come on up. Hands at your hips as you really step forward with your right, step with your left foot behind. Walking your right foot forward, so longer stance. Bending your right knee, thread your fingers, index fingers up. Shoulders relax, pause. Feel your breath. Listen to your breath. Recall that you are the embodiment of power and grace, and that includes your arms, like a pair of swords cutting through. Is there anything you want to cut through? Feel that you're tapping into the potential in your beautiful heart. So now into the right three, remember you're using the wall or chair, reach forward lightly. So we slowly begin to let go of that with time. Back leg lifts. If you're not using the support of the proper wall, you just lift a free stance, arms along. to the sides or in front. So remember your belly, your heart, your forehead face the floor. Back foot flexed. Keep your shoulders open. Awesome. Inhaling, let's come on up into Virabhadrasana 1. Shoulders relax. Inhaling, straighten your front leg. Exhaling, arms around into Parsvottanasana. Reverse prayer, grab the elbows or extend the arms, draw your shoulders together, heart lifting. Exhaling, coming down, chest towards your right shin bone, arms over your back and forward. Inhaling, come on up. Exhaling, step forward for a moment, let go of the arms, close your eyes. Tadasana. Let the eyes open, so let's do a couple of bounces. Let's go into Natarajasana, the king, the queen of the dancers. So, I would like for us to get into the strap today. Hopefully you have something. So remember, a bathrobe strap is fine. If you have a regular yoga strap, make a loop or tie a loop on that. I trust most of you know from the class, we do it once in a while in the club. So if you're using the loop, you want to have the buckle at the bottom of the foot, the sole of the foot, your hold of the strap. So I find it helps to face the wall at the first round because it will give you feedback. You never want to turn sideways because this will take away from the back bend. So my foot flexes gently. You walk your hands along the strap towards the back foot. Don't let your elbows spread, draw them in. And then we stay with our arch body vertical this time. So try to move the back heel away from your back. I want you to feel that connection in here. The energy will, when you extend your back leg, lift into your heart. This is very important because this is the heart opening pose. So find your edge in here and breathe. And let go. Shake your lips. To the other side. So we'll go into regular Natarajasana after this, okay? Just want you to feel that connection. So loop around the left foot. If you have a buckle, it's at the bottom. So same thing. So I'm going to turn with my back towards you so you can see what's happening here, right? So remember, as you walk your hands down, your elbows are in. Okay, so I'm going to turn sideways. Don't rush it. Elbows in, and then you begin to breathe your back heel away. It's like you're trying to straighten your back leg. And just plenty enough for you to feel that lift. It goes up into the heart, into the thoracic spine. And come out. Shake your legs. Good. Now do the same thing without the strap. So let's try getting the hold of the inner ankle, not the outer. So let's start with the right. Open your palm sideways. Then you get hold of the inner ankle. I'll be facing. So if you're using the wall, if you still need the wall, make sure you're close enough so you walk your hand up. And you look at your hand at the wall. Otherwise you free stance and then slowly you breathe your leg away. Feel the lift. If you're using the wall, you walk your hand up and look at your hand at the wall. And then we all breathe the back heel away from your back. Don't let your hips turn sideways. And you're lifting the heart forward. So these are three things happening all at once, simultaneously. Balance, back bend, heart opening. Now feel that place in between. I love this asana. This is such a reflection of our daily processes, always seeking the equilibrium. Dancing in the middle of it all, happening all at once, as we know. And let's slowly breathe it out. Shake your legs. So, left. From the inside, open your palm sideways. Otherwise, we lock the shoulder. I'm going to face the other way. So if you're using the wall, get close enough, walk your hand up. Otherwise, you breathe that back heel away from your back, always facing forward. The energy lifts through my belly into my heart. And then I dance in the middle. In the middle of it all, happening all at once. And let's breathe it out. And shake your legs. Then over the mat, Tadasana for me. And let the eyes open. So we'll do one more standing twist, balance, but let's bend our knees, drop your head, and let's get down over our legs, and just sweeping moves, upper body from right to left. And let's roll up to standing. So we did it a few weeks ago and then last week as well. And this is going to the root of the hamstring along with the balance. So we'll start with, let's say you'll be having your left shoulder next to the wall. I'm not mirroring you now. So you have the wall, you need it. But make sure not too close because we'll be opening the arm. Lift your knee, get hold with your strap or your hand. Your right hand grabs the outside edge of your left foot and you extend your leg in front. So you see what's happening, right? Hamstring and twist already. Very tall upper body. Standing foot beautifully energized. Walk your left hand along the wall. Open the shoulder. So you can stay with your gaze on the big toe in front, or you turn your head towards your left hand. Because eventually, we'll let go of the wall. We'll just do the full stance in here. Okay? It says he unfolds. Well, let's try to focus, breathe into that. And let go, shake your legs. So do the other way. So make sure there's some space between the wall. I'm not going to use the wall, but you will. And lift your right. Get hold of your foot with your left hand. Open the leg in front. And open your right arm. Walk your hand along the wall. Either look straight ahead or breathe yourself over with the upper body towards the wall. Looking towards your right hand. And let go. Little laugh at myself. Good. So let's come to the center of the mat. Close your eyes. Tadasana. Let the eyes open. So we'll go to the floor slowly through vinyasa. And we'll do a couple of back bends down on the floor. And then optional back bend after that. So feet together, Utkatasana. Come down, buttocks towards the heels, arms along first. Then lean onto your toes, open your arms up. Twist. Hook up your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Remember, not on the top, outside. Palms prayer pose, looking over your right shoulder. And then you can try extending your arms, if there's space to go deeper. Now, stay down with your buttocks, lift your torso, arms up, over to the other side. Good, inhaling, torso arms up. Stepping into the downward dog. Vinyasa, inhaling high plank, exhaling chaturanga, right leg up, optional, inhaling up dog. Chaturanga, left leg optional, straight up, down dog. Coming up into the high plank, slowly lower down, landing on your belly, your chest. Back bends. Starting with Bhujangasana, cobra, palms down, elbows up, and elbows in your torso. You know, if your lower back is a question mark today, bring your forearms along instead of the Sphinx variation. Feet pointed, toes pointed, feet close together, legs together, low cobra. Tucking your tailbone, let's slowly breathe it out. So, when you're in the low cobra, which means you won't be using the strength of your arms, but if you feel that sense of invitation to go a tad deeper, you then open your legs wider apart and you engage your arms and move into Raja Bhujangasana, King Cobra, shoulders roll down. So beautiful, so powerful, huh? It's a reflection, this asana, for me, of our innate ability to rise above whatever obstacles we may be facing, moving forward into our life. And let's slowly breathe it down, and head to the side. Let's take a breath, another breath, another cobra, low cobra this time, okay? If you're doing high, palms down, chin forehead on the floor, let's slowly breathe it up. This time, take your arms around behind, grab your strap with 3 of your fingers, extend your arms, lift your beautiful heart, point your toes, lift your straight legs off the floor. And go ahead to the side. Another breath. And let's come forward. Second variation of Shavasana locust, arms in front. To the sides, you can take them to W ladder. Inhaling first, exhaling, lift up. Everything lifts. So I know what it takes to hold it, but I want us to tap into the sense of lightness, like we are flying. The sense of lightness and exhilaration. What would it be like to fly? And let go. And to the side the other way. Into Dhanurasana, the bow. So chin forehead down, get hold of the ankles. Remember, if full bow is too much, half bow is plenty. Or repeat low cobra or locust, okay? Always follow your body's wisdom on the day. Inhaling first, exhaling, coming up. Feel that you're pulling the string of the bow, the energy moves up into the lotus of your beautiful heart. Arrow through the heart. And let go. Deep breath. Another breath. And another bow. But remember, I'll refresh that. I have the tendency for my lumbar spine because of years of not excessive practice but excessive teaching. So it helps my lumbar spine to have some breathing space. If you like that, you can land your belly on the block. So we'll change a little the angle of that, but still it's a beautiful back bend. So if you're using the block, you bend your knees. So in this variation, my thighs don't lift, they stay down. Inhaling first, exhaling, same thing. Lift, pull the string of the bow. Arrow through the heart. Don't do it if you ate before the class. And let go. So let go of the block for now. Child's pose. Buttocks on the heels, knees wider apart. Arms in front or at the sides. Awesome. We'll come up into Ustrasana. So I think I've done enough talking about the spin of the inner thighs over the last few years. So remember, the feeling of the block, so inner thighs are spinning in, which prevents us from that shoving forward of the pelvic and floor, right? It's just a tailbone. Thighs spinning, belly lifts up into the heart. You know, when you go down, if you notice pelvis collapsing a little less, you want to feel like your thighs are glued to the wall in front of you. So you can land your hands to your pelvic ridge, lumbar spine. If you go down, make sure you adjust it. If your neck is okay, let go of your head. Otherwise, you keep your chin at your chest. Relax your upper palate. Let's breathe it up from Ustrasana into Balasana to Child's Pose, knees wider. And let's roll up to sitting. Land your buttocks. So we'll go into another back bend later. Some of you know, like doing Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. So grab your buttocks, roll them away. Now if you have your strap, keep it handy. Some of you may need it. Rolling the buttocks away, creating more space between my sitting bones and the heels. So remember, use the strap if your back is rounding in that forward stretch. So this is a counter pose for the back, but strong lift along. Imagine there's a big energetic bow in front. Arms up, strap if you need it. Lift your upper body over that energetic ball. So we're never rounding here. Shoulders roll down. What lifts forward is my heart, not my chin. So remember, this is a strong lift along your knees and belly up. We never let it hang loose until Shavasana. So if you feel your hamstrings are beginning to open up with time, you can begin to add blocks in front of your feet. But never rush the process. Trust your body's wisdom. It will open up all by itself when it's ready, not when we think it should open up. And let's breathe it up. Let's take into the seated twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So, let's start with the right. Take your right foot over your left thigh. You can either keep your left leg straight or you can fold it. They're both correct. Try and see what feels better. So right arm around behind like a pillar. I'm not leaning on it. It's propping me up. Hugging your shin with your left, lifting tall, revolving to your right. Hand is the last one. Turning, looking over your right shoulder. The right shoulder rolls down. If you want to try binding, you'll get your hand in between the calf and the thigh and get hold of your hand from the inside. You can try the strap here as well if you would like to try that. Just make sure you don't compromise your spine when you go. And unfold, release. Roll your feet. And now we'll do the other way. So left foot over right. So folding, if you like, folding your legs, you keep your bottom leg straight. Left arm around, hugging in your shin with your right, lifting toward, revolving to your left. Head is the last one. The left shoulder rolls down away from your ear. Twists are so simple, so powerful because they will move whatever is stagnant on many levels. And unfold. Fold your legs. Okay, we'll do Navasana first before we go down. Come forward towards the front edge of your mat. Get hold of your thighs, knees bend. Lift your left heel, lift your right heel. You want to straighten your legs, just straighten them. And then you try to let go. Nothing to do with your jaw or neck. It's all in the belly. Breath is in between. It's not deep, it's not shallow, it's in between. Rounding, so I'm going to turn towards you, but maybe make sure there is some space behind your back. Okay, we'll go into the balancing variation. Arms around, get hold of your big toes, index, middle finger from the inside, thumb on top, walk your toes closer, lift your legs. Bring yourself, actually probably sideways, better for you to see. So as you lift your legs, you come closer, as close to your legs with the upper body as you can. Now from here, as you stay there, open your legs into wide angle, suspended wide angle. We'll go down to the floor into Padista Konasana. So land your legs, flex your feet, lift your upper body. You can either hang on to your big toes or you can bring your arms in front. Walk as far forward as you feel there's space to do so without pushing. Breathe. If you feel there's space to try that half twist, you walk to your right foot. So again, facing yourself in the mirror, walk to your right foot. Try to get hold of the inside of your right foot with your right hand turning up. So if you can't get hold of the foot, don't worry, just still extend it and then keep your left leg energized as you ride. And try to get hold of your right foot with your left hand. If you can't get hold of it, don't worry now. Open your heart up, 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 up. And release, walk through the center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Getting hold of your foot from the inside if you can, or towards that. Right arm up. Belly, heart opening. My right leg is as energized as my left. And walk to the center. Let's come on up. Shake it loose. So now, go down to the floor slowly into Seto Sarvang Bandhasana bridge. And then some of you into Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. So slowly, 4 breaths. Let's get down and, oh yes, keep your blankets handy if you go into shoulder stance, okay? So actually, if you go into bridge and shoulder stance from here, you may want to prepare your blanket already. So slowly, let's breathe it up. Knees, feet same distance, about hip width apart. Set to Sarvang Bandhasana, bridge first, tucking your tailbone, lift your pelvis, roll the shoulders, thread your fingers, press your arms down, head on the floor, chin towards the chest. And I know that some of you may prefer to not go upside down, in which case you'll stay in the bridge, but you'll get your blocks or dictionaries, and you land your pelvis on the blocks, and then you lift your legs up. This will be your variation of the inversion. Otherwise, you open your arms slowly, you land your pelvis. So, you either repeat second bridge, or go into supported bridge, or if you want to go into Urdhva Dhanurasana with me, then feet parallel, knees. And actually, no, let's add this strap. Will make your life a little easier. It's going to be a full hour today, looks like. Alright, so, but hip width apart. So use the strap, and you press your thighs into the strap. It's going to help that lift. So you engage that. You're pushing your thighs into the strap. Don't make it too wide. So lift up. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Elbows parallel. Lift up onto your crown. Keep on pressing your thighs into the strap. Lift up. 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 Breathing. And slowly let's come down. Get rid of the strap. Just going to do that straight leg variation, but there's no time for it. So if you did upward facing bow, let's roll up to sitting for a moment to do a little counter pose, Baddha Konasana, feet together, butterfly, lifting over slightly, gently forward. Breathing. And now let's come up. So remember, if you've done the classes and you have your practice, if you don't like using the blanket, that's fine. Just make sure your neck is never crunched. Otherwise you fold it neatly, it's ready to go. Remember, shoulders line up, so my neck is free. Shoulders line up with the upper edge. Halasana. Swing your legs over. Make sure on the shoulders, on your shoulders, not on your neck. From plow, palms, pelvic ridge, lift, half or full shoulder stance. And we just, so this is, in the mystical language of yoga, we call that the pose of surrender. So we naturally still have to hold the vessel of our body, but there's a way of letting go into that. The queen of all asanas, the mother, the queen, the lunar cycle of the yoga practice, deeply restoring. So yeah, I find it helped me over the years to, not when I hold this asana, but in between, to consider, to ponder, to contemplate what it is that you surrender to, because this asana is an expression of that energy. So, because of the context of our class and time, we won't hold it for as long as you would in your own practice. So remember, if you practice regularly, give it at least 3 minutes. Contraindication, pregnancy, menstruation for women, glaucoma, eyes, sinus infections, blood clots, of course, never go upside down. Now, you're beautifully restoring asanas, anything upside down. So slowly let's go down into halasana again. If your toes touch the floor, bring your arms down, thread your fingers. Soften your knees, either land your knees on your forehead or taking the sides of your head. Ear closing pose or sleeping pose. Slowly let's roll down. So if you had a blanket, let's get it from underneath. Matsyasana fish. If your neck is not happy, don't go into fish. You can roll your blanket and land your heart, your thoracic spine over the blanket. Otherwise, straight legs. Wiggle the arms underneath. Palms flat, up or down, doesn't matter. Lift your chest and land lightly the top of your head on the floor. And feel how beautifully heart opening this asana is. And let go, release your arms, make sure you're comfortable. We'll go into Shavasana. So you want to consider getting something underneath your thighs, something over your eyes. And I'm going to sit with you to guide you through it, because if I lie down, chances are I may go deep under. So make sure you're comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a few moments. Imagine a very beautiful, vast, spacious sky overhead. Shavasana is the essence of all yoga. It's all about stillness. So as you breathe the essence of that spaciousness of the sky overhead, merging with your breath enters your heart, your beautiful heart, and every single cell of your body, every molecule of your being. So as you breathe, you expand, losing all sense of your physical boundaries. Becoming one with the spaciousness, so whatever thoughts may arise, which they do, they're just like clouds floating through the vastness of your mind, your heart, leaving no trace. And what remains is the beautiful clarity, spaciousness, and profound inner peace, your very essence, your very heart, your very soul. And you rest deeply. So remember, if you have an extra few more minutes, please stay in Shavasana. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you need to. Otherwise, in the next few rounds of breath, very gently, as you connect to your breath again, rolling your head from side to side. With the next inhalation, breathe your arms over into a beautiful stretch. Bending your knees one after another, land your feet on the floor, rolling over to your right side into the fetal position. And then let's slowly come up to sitting. As always, we'll just do 3 gentle rounds of Om. But first, as you bring your palms at your heart, prayer pose. So in prayer pose, actually bring our thumbs inside. It's called Anjali Mudra. It's like a jewel inside our hands, or like a flower. So before we do 3 rounds, let's take a moment as you close your eyes. Think of something for what you're grateful for today, so far, however simple it may be. And think of someone for whose presence you're grateful as well, without whom your life would never be the same. Of course, if there's more than one being, let your heart embrace them all. As we chant Om, imagine that the innate goodness of your heart is the nature of a rainbow, vast rainbow, arising from the spaciousness of your heart, reaching out, touching the hearts of all the people, all the beings in your life, whether they are alive or not. granting them sense of peace and sense of ease and whatever healing they may need. And just make sure you send it to yourself as well, and all aspects of your life, inner and outer. Inhaling together. Namaste. It was a joy and pleasure to share this time with you, as always. Have a beautiful day.